Imagine a world without media. Hard, isn't it? But there was a time when such a world existed. Long before the advent of Facebook, television, or even the printing press, communication took a much more primitive form. Picture the early humans huddled around a campfire exchanging stories and experiences. They painted their tales on the walls of caves, creating the first media in the form of cave paintings. These were not just mere drawings, but a means to communicate, to teach, to share their reality with others and the future generations. As time moved on, so did the methods of communication. The ancient Egyptians used hieroglyphics to record their history, their victories, and their beliefs. Fast forward a few more centuries, we hit the era of the Romans, a civilization so grand, so powerful, yet even they saw the power that lay in the ability to control the narrative. Now let's pause for a moment and consider a story that's as old as time itself. It's the story of a man named Jesus Christ. Whether you believe in his divinity or not, there's no denying that he was a figure of substantial influence, but even he was not immune to the power of media. In Rome, media took the form of public speeches, plays, and written proclamations. It was through these channels that the Romans were turned against Jesus. Stories were spun, narratives were constructed, public opinion was swayed. The power of media was on full display, showing that it was not just a tool for communication but also a tool for manipulation. The dawn of media didn't just bring about a new method of communication, it brought about a tool that could inspire, educate, and unite. But like all tools, it could also be used to manipulate, to deceive, to divide. It was a power that could be used for good, for bad, and everything in between. And so began the journey of media, a tool that would shape civilizations for better or worse. From etchings on stones to the digital screens, media has come a long way. It's like a river, ever-changing, ever-flowing, shaping the landscape of human civilization. First came the printing press, invented in the mid-15th century by Johannes Gutenberg. It was a game-changer. It made books, once a luxury item for the privileged few, accessible to the masses. This revolutionized the dissemination of information, fueling the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the Age of Enlightenment. Following the rise of the printing press, newspapers began to take center stage in the 17th century. These daily digests were the heartbeat of the world, connecting people to events happening around the globe. They became the pulse of society, reflecting and influencing public opinion. Next, we saw the dawn of the radio in the late 19th century. With the advent of the radio, information could be broadcasted live and consumed simultaneously by millions. It was a medium that brought the world into our living rooms, breaking down geographical barriers like never before. Television followed suit in the 20th century, adding a visual element to the audio experience. It was an intimate medium, a window that opened up the world to us in moving images and sounds. The power of television to shape public opinion was immense, as it could tell compelling stories that resonated with people on an emotional level. And then, as we stepped into the 21st century, the digital age dawned, bringing with it a new kind of media, the internet. The internet was a revolutionary leap forward. It democratized the media, giving everyone the ability to create and share content. It transformed us from passive consumers to active participants. But with every revolution, there were challenges. The digital age blurred the lines between fact and fiction, between news and noise. It made media more intrusive, invading our personal spaces, our privacy, yet it also made media more empowering. It gave us the tools to question, to challenge, to change. It turned us from spectators into actors, from recipients into creators. As we stepped into the digital age, media became more intrusive yet more empowering. Media, in its various forms, has not just informed us, it has shaped us. This is more than a catchy phrase, it's a stark reality that has been evident since the dawn of civilization. Media has been a potent force, influencing public opinion, shaping cultures, and even steering the course of history. Consider the power of narratives. The stories that media chooses to tell or not tell can shape our understanding of the world around us. These narratives can foster empathy, ignite passions, or even sow the seeds of discord. They can change the way we view our neighbors, our leaders, and ourselves. Media has also been a key player in political landscapes. It has the power to make or break political campaigns, influencing voters with carefully crafted messages, images, and sound bites. This is not a recent phenomenon. From the Roman era, where public opinion was swayed against Jesus Christ, to the present day, media has been a decisive factor in the rise and fall of leaders. And it doesn't stop there. Media has sparked revolutions. It has given voice to the voiceless, spotlighting injustices, and rallying public support for change. From the civil rights movement in the United States to the Arab Spring in the Middle East, media has been instrumental in mobilizing societies towards transformative action. But perhaps the most profound impact of media is on culture. Through films, music, literature, and more, media has shaped our tastes, our values, and our identities. It has defined what's in vogue, what's taboo, and what's worth fighting for. It's through this cultural lens that we view and interpret the world around us. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The capacity of media to influence and manipulate is a double-edged sword. Media can enlighten or deceive, unite or divide, empower or oppress. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact is determined by the hands that wield it. Media's impact is undeniable. It has become the mirror and molder of society. It reflects who we are while simultaneously shaping who we become. As we navigate this digital age, it's crucial to remember the power that media holds and the responsibility that comes with it. In the 21st century, media is omnipresent, but is it a boon or a bane? This question has grown more pertinent as the role of media has evolved over time. In one aspect, media has democratized information, breaking down barriers and bringing knowledge to the fingertips of billions. It has empowered individuals, giving voice to the voiceless, and enabling us to connect, share, and learn in ways we couldn't before. On the flip side, the same media has been exploited to spread misinformation and fake news, creating a climate of confusion and mistrust. Social media platforms, originally designed as tools for connection and exchange, have become battlegrounds of ideologies, often amplifying the loudest and most divisive voices. Whether it's a force for good or ill depends on how we interact with it, how we filter the information we consume, and how critically we approach what is presented to us. Media today is a double-edged sword with the power to enlighten or deceive. From cave paintings to viral tweets, media has always been a powerful tool. It has the might to shape societies and influence minds, from turning Romans against Jesus Christ to sparking modern revolutions. Its power, however, is double-edged, capable of both good and bad. Thus, it's crucial for us to be critical consumers, understanding the subtext and the context. In the end, media is a reflection of us, the people. It holds a mirror to society, and sometimes, the reflection is not always pretty.